So, Savya, do you think that this trust deficit is bridgeable? I mean to say, all regional parties have found some issue with the CEC.
Well, that's right. See, the regional parties time and again have flagged their concern to the ECI. In fact, the Trinamool Congress in the past has written 8 to 9 letters to the ECI, and the Trinamool Congress says that none of these letters were acknowledged by the ECI. And yesterday also, when the Trinamool Congress delegation went to meet the ECI, they had submitted a memorandum where they had given 6 examples with photographs where they have alleged that the poll observer or the ECI officials are closely working with the BJP candidate. In fact, the Trinamool Congress says that they have submitted photographs to the ECI, and yet the ECI does not acknowledge the problems and concerns which are being raised by the opposition parties. And whether it is the Trinamool Congress, the Samajwadi Party or other regional parties, they have been maintaining the fact that the ECI has to be neutral. The ECI cannot be biased at any given point, and the functioning of the ECI lately has been completely to favor the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Absolutely. Let me go back to Digjyoti. Digjyoti, you know, in Assam you were saying it's an election which does not have a huge issue, but there was one issue. The issue was between Himanta Biswa Sarma and Gaurav Gogoi. You know, it boiled down to an investigating team. It boiled down to FIRs. It boiled down to the respective spouses. It boiled down to being anti-national. It became very, very personal. That was one issue.
Yes. Although it looks seem to be an issue between the clash between the Gaurav Gogoi and Himanta Biswa Sarma, but in the ground really, what is I am talking about the issueless election because of my view, the ground reality. Because throughout last more than 1.5 months, we have been traveled across Assam, and we have found that people are not taking these things as being issue. While we are discussing, while we are talking to the roadside people who are standard or small shop owners or any household wives or any young voters, that they have expressed that they want this, they will stand with the development the way they have been visible in the state throughout the Assam in last 5 years. And moreover, in last February in 2025, the BJP party, one of Rajya Sabha MP, Pavitra Margarita, he raised the first issue of Pakistan-related link with Gaurav Gogoi through a Twitter. And since then, it was a huge discussion in the state. But in ground reality, people, most of the cases, although Gov tried their best, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, even he also tried best to constitute a SIT regarding his relation of Gaurav Gogoi with Pakistan. But people are not so much of interested. And while one more thing that Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, his stand against Mia, Bangladeshi Mia or the enforcement. Yes, that issue has been touched in those areas where the minority blocks are there. And the eviction drive was totally in the forest land. So,
but how, you know, Digjyoti, how is this new 2016 when Ram Madhav was the General Secretary in charge? The same language was used, Khilonjia Sarkar, and in the same language the BJP won power. But Brijesh, issue is not that. The issue is something different. A lot of people say that Himanta Biswa Sarma is running BJP with his Congress friends. Himanta Biswa Sarma says that he finances 30% of the Congress MLAs in Assam, you know. He knows who is going to fight whom. So, are we talking about a person who has become bigger than what he was once he left Congress? Who the Congress itself cannot counter because they have not been able to pitch Gaurav Gogoi, or Gaurav Gogoi has not been able to pitch himself because Chief Minister or the elections at the state, let me rephrase it like that, have become very prime ministerial in nature, one-to-one, alternate kya hai, Vijay, Stalin, you know, that sort of a thing.
You know, Karthika, I would say that, you know, Himanta Biswa Sarma has a unique advantage of, you know, a solid congressy in the BJP. You know, he earned his spurs under Tarun Gogoi, and you know, the fact of the matter is that he was the one who was all set to succeed him. in the sense that, he was the organizational man, he was the one who was running the organization, strategizing and things like that. And when he went to Bharatiya Janata Party, now he has the organizational might of the party, and but he also knows, simultaneously who all is powerful within the Congress party, who all does what. And that is the reason why, when he says that he runs 30% of the Congress, I'm not at all surprised.
Okay.
And the fact of the matter is that yes, Himanta Biswa Sarma is fighting this particular election on a way that, that the election is all about him. If you look at the demise of Zubin Garg, there is a completely parallel line which is of investigation which is being done by the Singapore police, the place where this unfortunate incident took place. They are saying that there is no wrongdoing. But if you look at the way, the Assam government is conducting elections, it is very clear that, how things are being
Okay, Vajji, tell me one thing. You also track Kerala. You have done Congress in Delhi when you were reporting it. What is the difference between Kerala Congress and Assam Congress? Tell me. Why is Kerala Congress in fight this time and Assam Congress is not looking to be in fight this time? What is the difference? Tell me.
One big reason is the face of relevance. Both of them, though, have big leaders over there. They've not been able to make themselves relevant enough on the ground. If you ask about Gaurav Gogoi, he is somebody who plays from Jorhat, but he's only been on the ground for the last 1 year, and what they've been able to not concentrate is the local issues of the ground rather than look at the larger picture of the state narrative on how the BJP has been destroying democracy. But on the ground level is something that they've not been able to touch upon, which they've been doing in the last 1 year. Though we've seen the jibe between, like Mr. Brijesh mentioned, jibe between the Pakistan issue and these press conferences there. But what you see in Kerala is completely different. In Kerala, though they have ideological differences, when you see with regards to leadership, there is this unity. Though this time around we've seen how there was infighting within the Congress. The biggest reason why in both these places they don't succeed is because of the infighting that they have within themselves. While the cadre believes that this is not infighting, this is leaders expressing their opinions, which you don't see in different parties. But that is something that backfires in an age where media is faster, where everything's relevant. So this is where they lose it when it comes to election in both these states, Kerala and Assam.
Okay, very quickly from Gautam, and then I'll go to Thoya. Gautam, BJP has worked very hard on the Christian voters in Kerala. Has it worked or not?
Absolutely. It has worked to a certain extent, Karthika, but keep in mind that the recent FCRA bill, this has become a major flashpoint in the final days for the Kerala election. And right now we understand that it has been delayed. But with this bill, the BJP has realized that pushing this bill would now alienate the Christian community, a group that they have spent years trying to bring into their fold through this outreach programs that they've called Sneha Yatra and dialogue with bishops as well. So this is going to be a key thing, because if they alienate the Christian votes because of this one bad move, and that will be on the mind of all the Christian electorate as they go into elections this time as well.
Absolutely. And Thoya, I know the Tamil Nadu is not voting, but how can I have a discussion with reporters and not talk about Tamil Nadu? Sorry. So, I know we were teasing it's Kerala, it's Pondicherry, and Assam, but I really need to ask Tamil Nadu. So, which way is the wind blowing?
Well, Karthikeya, BJP is actually working really hard in Tamil Nadu as well. But as far as Puducherry is concerned, because Puducherry is having polls going on today, because the NR Congress, BJP and AIADMK is having a very strong hold in Puducherry. It is not the same way in Tamil Nadu, because in Tamil Nadu it is mostly, dominated by two regional parties, that is DMK and AIADMK. But now when you see that TVK entering into the politics, that is going to create a major, havoc, I can tell you, in Tamil Nadu this time, because likely they can see the split in votes as well. Because, when we talk about the youth, the first-time voters, more likely they're going to mostly lean on the TVK because of the popularity that Vijay is, creating in Tamil Nadu as of now. Because when we also see the road shows, the rallies, and the public meetings that Vijay is holding as far, as of now, we can see the crowd that is, literally piling up for just to have a glimpse of Vijay. But as far as, politics is concerned in Tamil Nadu, the DMK, who is having a strong hold since, decades in Tamil Nadu, on the other hand, even AIADMK is having, strong hold because
Okay.
AIADMK, which was, ruled by two veteran leaders, that is former CM, that is MGR, and former CM Jayalalitha, because both are veteran leaders, and still people do have, the people do support AIDMK as well. But now when you see the Tamil Nadu politics in this 2026 elections, it is going to have a huge vote split, I can tell you, Karthikeya.